So I'm in my car in the parking lot at the Booksamillion in Jackson, Mississippi. I come here, well, I've been coming here for probably 25 years to buy books. I love shopping for books. So I come here to buy some books, only to find out they are closing. To me, that's sad. I know it's a big box store. I know it's not all that personal sometimes when you shop at a big store, but to me, there's something sad about seeing the big bookstores go by the wayside. As much as I love Amazon, and with all due respect to the success of the company, I'm not sure it's healthy for one company like that to have a monopoly on selling books, and that's the direction we're going in. So I come here to buy some books at Booksamillion. It's closing, don't have many more details other than that. And so I took a look around inside, bought some books, and just experienced it while you still can.
Booksamillion actually started as a newsstand in 1917 in Florence, Alabama. It later became a bookstore called Bookland and expanded to a chain around 1950. In 1988, Bookland bought Gateway Books out of Nashville, and a few years later renamed themselves Booksamillion. The last few years have been tough on large bookstores. Booksamillion has already closed multiple locations, and I wondered how long this particular spot would hold on. For sure, COVID-19 has taken its toll on a lot of businesses, but in this case, it may have only hastened the inevitable of the closing of the Jackson, Mississippi Booksamillion. I'm going to miss these old aisles. I've browsed them many times over the years. I always thought Booksamillion had the best variety of books of the large bookstores in the area. But it's hard to compete with the convenience of shopping online.
So I went to Booksamillion, bought some books on sale. They're closing the Booksamillion here in Jackson, Mississippi. Bought some books, came home, went for a jog. Now it's time to do an inventory here, see how we did. Was it better? Was it cheaper? Was it a bigger bargain buying these books at a clearance sale at Booksamillion, or going online where you can get books on Amazon that are used at a pretty good rate too? So for a way of comparison, I took the price I paid at the going out of business sale, really, for the local Booksamillion, and I compared that to the price you would pay on Amazon for this book new. That's an apples to apples comparison. Here's what we came up with. Our first book on the list, Slow Hand. It's a book about Eric Clapton. This book, get my receipt here. My wife would be proud of me. I saved my receipt. This book new on Amazon is $30. I paid $14.39 at the clearance sale here at the local Booksamillion. Advantage, Booksamillion. Next book, Paul McCartney, Many Years From Now. Long book, got a lot of stuff in there about old Paul. New on Amazon, $26.91. Booksamillion clearance price, $6.55. Advantage, Booksamillion clearance. Next book, Queen, album by album. You could tell I was in a rock and roll frame of mind when I went on this shopping spree. Let's see, Queen, album by album, $30, new on Amazon, $21.60 at the Booksamillion clearance sale. Advantage, Booksamillion. Next up, see which one's next. This one, we're getting into another genre here. Interesting book here, Godfather Legacy. This is a book, it's got a lot of pictures in it and some writing, stuff like that. It's a book about the trilogy of the Godfather movies. New on Amazon, $69.99 for this sucker. Almost $70. What did I pay for it at the clearance sale at Booksamillion? $4.97. Dude, where I come from, this is what we call a bargain. Advantage, Booksamillion clearance sale. I Saw the Light, story of Hank Williams. We're getting back in the music genre here. This was already $3.97. It was already on sale, but I picked it up for $2.86. This book online, new, $12.72. Advantage, Booksamillion clearance sale. You're starting to see a pattern here, right? The world's worst criminals, an A to Z of evil men and women. Let's see, the online price $12.99, Books A Million clearance sale $5.02. Advantage, Books A Million. Feel like I'm doing a commercial here for Books A Million. They're going out of business, or at least locally. Andrew Jackson, this is a book by Brian Kilmeade. New, am I reading this correct? Yes, $28 new online, or what I paid today at the clearance sale, Books A Million, $12.24. So again, advantage, Books A Million clearance sale. And last, but certainly not least, the Beatles book. Beatles book. That's a simple name for a book about the Beatles. Let's see, this cat online on Amazon is $23.95. $17.24 was the clearance sale price at Books A Million. So all of these, saved a lot of money. $91 for 7 books. That would have been, it would have been well over 100 to buy those same books online. Some are real bargains, some not as much as others, but still. While you can, when you see a sale like this, jump in there. You can get some real savings. So what do we lose when a local store like a Books A Million closes down? Well, you lose the jobs in the area. You lose a part of the fabric of the community. You don't go by there and buy any more coffee. You don't go by there and chat with anybody in the store. It's gone. We had a Borders bookstore about 5 minutes from where I live back when my oldest daughter was in high school, and I took her on some of her early daddy-daughter dates at that Borders. We'd go in, we'd look at books, we'd look at magazines, see friends there, and get a cup of coffee, get something, a little snack. You don't get that on Amazon, folks. When these places are gone, they're gone, and many of them are not coming back. Now, on the flip side, Amazon has some real advantages. It has proven to be a real platform for self-published authors. Someone like me, I can write a book, I can put it out on Amazon and see how it goes in the marketplace. There are people who are independent authors now. That's what they do professionally. You've never heard of them before, but they're selling books on Amazon and making a living at it. So Amazon provides that business platform for a lot of people to engage in the marketplace, not just with books, but with everything. You buy everything on Amazon now. So that is a good thing. There is a bit of a danger, though, when you get one company that has such a monopoly, and that is they can control the pricing. Amazon, generally speaking, has driven book prices down. So they pretty much set the standard for pricing. There are big name authors who 10 or 15 years ago, you would go to the Books A Million and pay $25 for their book. Now that same book, new, is probably $17.99 or something like that on Amazon. So Amazon controls the book market. Not all of this is Amazon's fault. Books A Million was the bargain basement of books. You didn't go to Books A Million and shop because you expected the clerk there to know anything about books. Most didn't. It was a bargain thing. You went and shopped because you just liked browsing through there. That's what I did. But the bookstores that make it in the future, the bricks and mortars stores that are going to be able to succeed, are going to be those who cater to a customer who wants to buy locally, and they want to go to a bookstore that where the people who work there know something about books. They appreciate books. They can recommend authors. They can tell you what section or what shelf that the book you're looking for is located on. And so those are not as many people as there used to be, but they're still out there. So the bookstores that are going to make it in the future, sadly, not going to be Books A Million in a growing number of markets. It's going to be the bookstores that cater more to the person who's willing to go pay a little bit more to get some of the perks. Now for me, I'm a creature of habit. I got in a habit back when I was younger, of going to bookstores like Books A Million and browsing the aisles and shopping. For me, that was a release. When I think I want to. A subject might interest me. I think I'll swing by Books A Million, see if they've got anything, and it usually did. They had a little bit of everything. So it's not going to be the case anymore, at least not here in our little neck of the woods. But for now, let's look on the bright side. Got a big haul of new books, and I look forward to reading them. Hope to review some of them right here on the Attic Library. Now here is where you come in. Go below, click subscribe. This is a new YouTube channel just starting out, so I want to build a community, so to speak, of maybe some local folks who just like they're avid readers. You want to come around. So click subscribe. I'll be doing a review each week. Drop your comments down there. Let me know what you think, particularly if it's good. And I will see you back here. I'm Rex Baker, and this is the Attic Library.